friction is on Twitter. Mum is also on Twitter. She is at Mama Lycett. You can follow her. She posts her paintings. She also searches not only my name, but searches what people are writing to me, what people are writing about me. So she will have seen all the tweets that you sent tonight. She loves reading them. She'll go through all of them. And she also sometimes will show me tweets when, like, I've been on telly. Every time you go on telly, there's a bit of nastiness. It comes with the job. There was one she showed me which I loved, which was, I'd just been on Blankety Blank with David Walliams, which, to be fair, was dog shit. And I got a tweet which just said, "You're not funny." And I appreciated the succinctness of the tweet, but what I loved about it is I looked at the woman's profile who'd sent it, and she's a self-esteem coach. Maybe she's a self-esteem coach of a rival comedian. Maybe Ramesh was feeling down on his luck. I thought he'd bring me down. But this is something I'm getting used to, but like sometimes people will now tweet when they've seen me out and about, say they've seen me somewhere, they might take a picture, and that's fine, comes with the job. But sometimes I don't want Mum to know where I've been. And this, the worst example for this, I said to her one morning, I said, "I'm going to Manchester to see my friend Josephine, we're going to have a light lunch, and then I'm going to get the train back to Birmingham." Went to Manchester, got totally shit-faced with Josephine, had a pasty on the train on the way home, little pasty to soak up the alcohol. Got home, Mum was like, "Oh, being healthy, are you?" I was like, yeah. I mean, I had a couple of glasses of wine, but I had a salad at lunch. She was like, "Explain this. Somebody took a picture of me on the bloody train, didn't they?" Really enjoyed that pasty, as you can see. Looks worryingly like that when you put it together as well. Could have been Prime Minister. Oh, I got her back, though, because I did a tweet. It wasn't actually about her, but she was offended by it anyway. The tweet was, "To find out your dirty prostitute name, take your mother's surname and put her first name in front of it." 1,000 retweets, thank you, Twitter. So based on that, and also just because I'm turning 30 this year, I've moved out. I've moved into an up-and-coming area of Birmingham. Whether it'll up or come or not, I don't know. It's called King's Heath, the area that I'm in. Oh, can I have a lift? I thought I was buying a nice place, really, but it's a bit of a dump. And there's damp in there and all sorts of problems. And my dad, who's just retired, he's taken over as project manager of the project. Official reason for this is that I'm too busy to coordinate all of the works myself, couldn't possibly do it all myself. The real reason is I can't speak to tradesmen. I tried to speak to the electrician over WhatsApp. He doesn't like an emoji. Oh! 4 aubergines, he got very confused. Amazing. He seems to know. He was a teacher before he retired. He knows loads of stuff about houses. He goes up to floorboards and he'll go, "Yeah." Won't tell me what that means, but he knows something. There was a door that needed fixing. He just came round and made and fitted a door. I was like, "How do you know to do that? You're a teacher." He's like, "I don't know. I just sort of know from birth." From birth? Sorry, all the other kids are in the nursery crying. You're there making a trestle table. Come on, mate. I think what happens, it has to. When you become a father, you go to some sort of dad's school where they teach you how to do all of this shit, but not how to get emotion into a text message. The messages I sent to father, long rambling endeavours, "Just landed, wonderful holiday, food was fantastic, weather was glorious, happy to be back, but sad to not be in that wonderful weather. How are you, is all well?" The reply will just be, "Yes, fine." Are you a hostage? I find it quite weird talking about my father on stage. I never did it. I've been doing stand-up 10 years, and I didn't do it when he was a teacher because I didn't want to undermine his authority. But also, there's just no real friction with my dad, really. He's just a lovely man. We just get on really well. When I came out as bisexual on my 21st birthday, obviously very nervous about that, didn't really know what he was going to say, and he was so lovely. I said to him, I said, "Dad, I think I might be bisexual." And he went, "That's fine, as long as you're happy, I don't mind, whatever." And I was sort of annoyed. I was sort of like, "Punch me, give me a story." And I tried to escalate it. I was like, "I'm taking drugs." "Don't tell your mother." "I'm listening to Snow Patrol." "Get out of my house." So he's been amazing, he's been extraordinary. I've also been getting help with the house from a friend of mine called Peter. You'll learn a lot about Peter in this show. He's one of my oldest, dearest friends. He's hard to explain in a short way, in a sort of succinct way. I find a good way of giving you a bit of an idea of what Peter's like is to tell you that he once tried to spend 24 hours in a 24-hour Tesco. Like it was a challenge. He got kicked out after 21 hours for trying on too many clothes. I've known him for, since we were about 12. We didn't go to the same school, but we had similar friendship groups. We've grown up together. We didn't fall out, but we fell apart because he went to Japan after university, and he's just been back for about a year, and now he's back. He's doing little jobs, different things, trying to make ends meet. One of the jobs he does, because he speaks fluent Japanese, is to teach people in England, Japanese people in England, how to speak English. And he's got a middle-aged student called Aiko, who he set some homework for. The homework was an email. I pride myself on writing emails. Aiko's written, I think, the greatest email in the history of email. The homework was to write an informal email of complaint with an aggressive tone. This is what she actually wrote. Dear Sarah, you probably know why I'm writing you, you bitch. Start every email with that from now on. You smashed glasses and made terrible racket. It was so evil. Daft bastard. Whatever, make up for it immediately. Bob's your uncle, Aiko. Isn't that strong? Full marks, of course. To Aiko, it's hard to learn a language. I'm trying to learn German at the minute. I went with German because I just thought it was funny. Hazelnut, Hasselnuss, it's a funny language. And I'm using Duolingo. Do people use Duolingo? It's good, isn't it? It gives you a composite sentence. It sounds like I'm sponsored, I'm not. It's just good. It's a good app. They give you composite sentences, they get progressively harder. One of my friends is on really advanced German at the minute, and one of the sentences he had to translate the other week is, it is a war crime. Not sure when that's going to be useful, really, sort of wandering around Berlin. This sauerkraut is disgusting. It is a war crime, how disgusting it is. So, yeah, Peter's helping me out. He's a really funny guy. He loves comedy, and we go to the pub a lot and we sort of riff on comedic ideas. He loves to create comedy characters. He likes to create the ideas of what people could be like. And he's created one that I love, which is the idea of a homeless man who's into really specific things. So, you know that most homeless people will ask for enough for a cup of tea, that kind of thing. He likes the idea of a homeless man that goes, sorry, mate, I can see you're busy. You haven't got a manual for a Fiat Punto, have you? Just... really specific stuff. Sorry, but I shouldn't ask. You haven't got a Fabergé egg, have you? Just really niche. Brilliant idea.